Psychological Disease presents 8 Signs You're an INFJ, the world rarest personality type. What is INFJ? INFJ, introverted, intuitive, feeling, judging. An overview of the rarest MBTI personality type. INFJ is one of the 16 personality types identified by the Myers-Briggs Type Indicator, MBTI. Scoring as an INFJ means that your personality type is best described as introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging. Sometimes referred to as the advocate or the idealist, people with this personality type often feel misunderstood. This type of personality makes up less than 2% of the world's population, and people with this kind of personality are known for their warm empathy, keen insights, and deep insights into human potential. Storm, 2020. In this video, I will be addressing 8 common signs that are shown in people who have the INFJ personality type. Number 1. You're on a different wavelength. If you have an INFJ personality type, you often feel like an outsider. Being in a different wavelength means that you have a dominant intuition, and due to the nature of how intuition works, you will feel that explaining how you know things is very difficult. This can make you feel isolated or misunderstood. Number 2. You're a perfectionist and procrastinate. People with INFJ personality tend to fear failure. Do you ever feel like you need to be perfect and always wants to do more than a normal person would? This can be a telling sign that you have the INFJ personality. Consequently, due to your constant desire to do things to perfection, you also tend to procrastinate a lot. Number 3. You are perceptive and good at reading people. Do you feel like you usually have the right read on people's emotions and feelings, or notice things that other people don't? The ability to understand people's emotional states and motivations quickly is a very clear sign that you have an INFJ personality. Not only that, but you also rely heavily on your intuition to go past the surface level of other people's minds. This happens because of your intrigue about how other people's minds work and how it makes each person unique. Number 4. You tend to keep a small circle of friends. You may have a large number of acquaintances, but think about it. How many of these acquaintances do you actually consider to be your friends? If your answer is not many, then this can be a sign that you have an INFJ personality. You are very devoted and loyal to your small circle of friends and will remain to be no matter how much time passes. This devotion and loyalty stems from the fact that you have a very strong intuition. Your intuition will make you highly selective and allow you to separate people who truly share your values from people who are fake. Similarly, if someone you considered a friend acts in a way that put his loyalty towards you in question, you can be quick to cast him, her aside. Number 5. You are deeply empathetic. Do you tend to put yourself in the shoes of the other person to understand the feelings and emotions they are going through? Another telling sign that you might have an INFJ personality is that you are deeply empathetic. This can be mainly attributed, once again, to your intuition and your ability to deeply understand other people's minds. For example, whenever one of your friends has a bad behavior or does something wrong, instead of just focusing on what they did, you can see past it and consider other things such as insecurities or a past trauma. Number 6. You cannot stand small talk. Small talk, to a certain degree, is an essential step towards knowing someone. There is no conversation where you can approach someone and ask, "What is the goal of your life?" However, you cannot stand excessive small talk. If you find yourself being extremely bored from prolonged small talk, you might have an INFJ personality. You will find that prolonged small talk is pointless and only takes away your energy, which goes against your desire to have deep and meaningful conversations with other people. What you want is to know is the person's values, feelings, and emotions, not what today's weather will be like. Number 7. You are future-focused. One feature of the INFJ personality is their ability to plan ahead and willpower. Do you often find yourself thinking about what you will be doing in the future while losing yourself in the present? Do you also take any step necessary to achieve your end goals? As someone with the INFJ personality type, you will do everything you can to achieve your personal end goals. This leads you to have a future-focused insight since you are constantly thinking about the next step to reach your goals. Additionally, you also tend to be very critical about the past and remember and experiences. To avoid feeling sad, you will prefer to live a lifestyle that's heavily future-focused. Used. Some usual examples of this sign are: if you feel like the relationship with your partner is not going anywhere, you will most likely break up. Similarly, if you find yourself stuck in the same work position consistently, you will most likely quit the job. Number 8. You gravitate towards people who need help. Are you okay with giving up something beneficial for you in order to help someone else who needs it? Due to your empathetic and compassionate nature, you will often feel like you need to help and fix people who need it. This trait makes it that much easier to form deep and meaningful relationships with friends, but can heavily backfire. The combination of empathy and ability to look past the surface and see the good in people can make you fall victim to the broken wing theory. Simply put, the broken wing theory is described as the idea that people who need help can never be abandoned. Although it can be very rewarding for you to help others, when overforced, it can feel very frustrating and stressing. For example, if one of your friends is struggling with a subject that you are good at, you will help him, her even if she didn't ask you. Now, even if you have to study for an exam you will probably still choose to help your friend. So, if you feel like the points addressed above are describing your personality, then congratulations, you are part of the less than 2% of the world's population that have the INFJ personality type. You are someone who is very appreciated by your friends and family, and relies heavily on a very developed intuition to know things without the need of obvious proof. You are someone who will do anything to achieve their goals, but at the same time care about how your actions might affect other people. So, be proud and embrace all your strengths and weaknesses. It will definitely lead you to a happy and successful life. Thanks for watching.